This week has been one of reflection for Queenslanders, with ceremonies taking place right across the state to mark the anniversary of the devastating floods that hit a year ago. Kieran McKechnie joins us now from Brisbane. And Kieran, it was Brisbane's turn yesterday. How did the commemorations go?
Yeah, look, it was a fairly low-key sort of event in Brisbane. There wasn't a huge amount of stuff going on, and funnily enough, today, the actual anniversary of the flood peak here in Brisbane, there's nothing planned by authorities. It's certainly a very different place here in Brisbane than it was a year ago. I'm standing at Brisbane's South Bank parklands. A year ago, the beach here was covered in murky, muddy floodwaters, as was most of Brisbane. As you can see today, it's looking absolutely gorgeous. This area here is going to fill up with holiday makers in about a few hours. So very different place today than it was a year ago.
Kieran, has there anything emerged over this week of commemorations that really stands out, that still needs to be done to restore community spirit? Are there glaring problems remaining in terms of the recovery?
Look, I think that the big thing that has emerged, and particularly we saw it out in the Lockyer Valley and in Grantham in particular, is that there's still a very, very heavy emotional toll. A lot of people are still suffering 1 year on, those in particular who lost friends and families in that devastating inland tsunami that tore through the Lockyer Valley. We heard stories of people whenever there's a thunderstorm, people pack up and head to higher ground. So I think while there is a lot of rebuilding still underway, the emotional toll is very evident.
It's interesting that you say that Brisbane has been rather low-key, and I guess there have been political tensions surfacing, and that's against the backdrop of a state election with, a fair bit of pressure on Anna Bligh to now get on with it and call the election.
Absolutely. We saw, particularly in the second half of last year, that the phony election campaign was really just steaming ahead. There's been a bit of a ceasefire this week between the two political leaders, but the gloves are off once again, and there's been a lot of speculation around that Anna Bligh is going to call the election in the next couple of weeks. It has to be called by March. So last year Anna Bligh, certainly her popularity soared during the floods, but so too did Campbell Newmans. At the time, he was the Brisbane's Lord Mayor. He now, of course, is the LNP leader. So it's certainly going to be an interesting campaign, and it'll be interesting to see whether Anna Bligh once again has picked up a little because of the reminder of the floods.
Kieran McKechnie in Brisbane, thank you very much. I know, I guess more happens during the course of today, but it's been a tough week, I think, for a lot of Queenslanders.
Thank you.